Hi everyone and welcome back. In this video, something a bit different. I am doing an unboxing of my new purchase which is the Canon EOS R8. Surprise? Well, not so, because goldfries, before I started goldfries, I'm actually a commercial photographer already. I was on the Canon system, then I was on Nikon, and I've experienced the RP, the R, the R5 and all that before. Great stuff, but long story short, I was a Canon user, then I was a Nikon user, then it couldn't change to the RP that time because it's a high price. But now with the R8, fantastic, great time to change. So let's begin without going too much into detail of my story. And over here, this camera recording is actually the R10. I was thinking the R50. Well, R50 is the new one. This is the R10 using the RF 24mm lens. And then the microphone is the one that's on the camera itself. Over here is the R5 for comparison purpose. Now, as you can see, the box is torn already, of course, at the shop. I would have opened and tested it with the R10's battery on the R8, which is, yeah, it was working. So basically, this is the manual. I don't know what's this thing, with some details, congratulatory note, right? And then, okay, charger. It comes with two batteries actually. That's promotion because one battery is from what it is, the other is the add-on from the promotion. And cable and strap. And we're going to the camera after this. But before that, disclosure. Money was transacted in this for this video, not Canon to me, but myself to purchase this R8. So yes, it is my purchase. It is not a sponsored video. However, huge thanks to Canon for making the arrangement of allocating this unit for me. So I'm probably the first content creator having this, I guess. And also huge thanks to Canon for sending over models like the R5 over here and some lenses for me to try out. So again, a good idea on what to use with the R8. So basically, I've held the RP before. So the R8 is pretty much the RP. Interestingly, the R5 here and even the R10 has a joystick, but the R8 does not. And as you can see, it has a D-pad though, not the dial like this. Those of you using like the 60D, 70D OSRs will be used to the dial, even 5D I think. But this one, it's the RP, the R8 is kind of like a mix in between. You know, if you are using something like a 60D, 70D or whatever else, this body sometimes may feel like a bit on the entry side because, yeah, but it's still very nice. So let me go through. The R5 is obviously a beast, alright, in size, but so that you can see now, the RP is narrower, smaller, and the R6, to what I remember, R6, R6 II, should be somewhere in the middle. I didn't have spent much time with the R6 series, and there's like, not going through all the specs though. Basically, flip screen. If you notice that when I took this out, the screen was already faced outwards because I have a habit of leaving the screen outwards. Yeah, pretty much that if you want to have a close-up look. So this is what it looks like up close. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So the on-off is here with the lock in the middle, modes, and to switch between video and photo is over here. Pardon me, my throat is acting up. Well, a cut from that one after a bit of cough. It's just because of a bit of dry throat. I'm speaking under the air conditioner, which is over that side. 24mm lens. So let me try to put on a lens and show you what it looks like. I think we'll go with so I have a 35 over here and a 16 over here. 16 will be great for the R8. I'll probably do a video where I use a 16, 24 and 35 to compare the field of view so you know what to expect let's say you're doing vlogging outdoors and all those kind of things. So I'm going to be careful with the LCD, not talking now, at least not facing the screen. So this is what it's like with the 16mm lens on. Right now, let me try one of the batteries, since hopefully there's charge. So this is the LP17, right? Did I get the name correct? Yep, LPE17. Okay. Did I just put it wrong? Oops, silly me, putting it wrongly into the slot during the recording. So there you get the thing. So it's on. 16 mils is wide, as in pretty wide. And if I want to, I can even point it upwards to show you guys. Oh wait, and why is it in a monochrome mode? Interesting. I don't remember setting it to monochrome, but it's okay. So that's the screen looking at me. Right. It's probably one of those. It's just setting here grainy black and white. So images, I see, has various effects. Like just now was grainy, so if I change to this one, you can see that it's going fish eye-ish. Interesting. Probably I pressed something wrong or mispressed. Toy camera effect. Okay, whatever. I do not wish to use these effects, at least not yet. Oh, okay. So actually, this R8 is actually a fun camera. You can do HDR, toy miniature effect, toy effect, fisheye, soft focus, among many other things. But that's probably because I have selected it to go in the creative mode or something. Let me see. Ta-da! It's that one. That is the mode that's making all these things. So I'm just going to go to the normal, let's say aperture priority. So yes, it's colored now. And you can see the screen is a bit bright, so we can actually I can show you the menu. So wow, exposure compensation. Let's go with the menu. You see, one thing is that at least I can tap the menu on top. Okay, let's see settings. I would like to change my brightness, screen brightness over here. Let's go to this, then you can see better the screen. Because it's bright, so I have to tune down, and I started my career with Canon cameras, so I'm actually very familiar with the interface. Therefore, changing the menu is not a problem. But although right now you can see that it's TV mode, it's very dark, of course. So let's go to aperture priority again. Now you can see the settings. At least you can see the screen. Flip it up, and now you can see me in color with air conditioning and everything else, because this is ultra wide. So yeah, let me see. You see, you can see the camera. This is the R10 videoing me right now. So yes, nice. The back here is I like the finish. If I'm not mistaken, the finish is a bit different from the R5. Let me confirm that. Yeah, you see the R5, for example, the LCD over here is smoother surface, and then when I come to the R8 over here, the surface is rougher. So careful not to stain it, because sometimes I feel that rough surface, that if you put thermal paste or whatever thing, it might be more difficult to remove. But either way, nice stuff. So this is just the unboxing to show you the camera itself, right? What it looks like, how it handles. I don't have big hands, so but the grip is nice. It's just perfect for me, and even for people with slightly bigger hands. You can see that it is reasonably, how do I hold it? Reasonably deep for me, right? And the grip is, of course, let me put the box away. Let's put the RP and the RP. Did I say the RP? My goodness, why do they call it RP? Just because it looks like an RP. So used to that. So I'm changing back to, I'm putting back the lens cap, so you get to see better again what the R5 and the R8 how they compare, and yeah, the lenses, whatever. So the I'm the type that uses the lower range models like the 8, 9, 10, and probably the 50. I might get the 50. While if for those who are, most of my friends I think are using the R5, R6, R7. Regardless, all these are great stuff. The difference is that the R8 will be sharing the battery, same type with the R10 and R50, while the R5 here, they're using this kind of battery, LPE6, E6, right? E6 and H now, they have even more details. Let's see. One thing nice about this lens, this 24mm, is it's also a macro lens, although the light is pretty bright, so you might not be able to make out the details, but regardless. So yeah, if you are using an R5, 6, 7, you're using the same type of battery. Now, yeah, the reason it's good to be back to Canon system. Initially, I actually liked the RP a lot at that time, but the RP was rather pricey, 5,000–6,000 maybe, or not counting the lens yet. And then the RP back then had no smaller siblings like the R10 and R50. So that was the only R mount of the lowest cost R available is the RP. And by the time I want to purchase, it's a few years old and it's not exactly the cheapest, so I held back, okay? But now it's different. R8, I feel reasonably priced, especially for the specs. It's kind of like the R6. It's like a baby R6 too. Then to accompany it, I can actually get the R10 and the R50 that uses the same battery, you know, as an accompanying camera. So yeah, that's nice. The only thing I miss is probably dual card slots, which I like. Hopefully I can, well, one day go for the R6 or the R5. Huge thanks to Canon for sending this over. This is not my unit. So with that done, I'll end this session right now. It's based on the screen recording here. It's about 13 minutes on. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be putting this camera to the test. I've already experienced the R5, so I'm actually very confident with the R8 over here. Basically, yeah, so nothing much really. Is definitely is going to be mainly for my A-rolls, you know, where I talk to the camera, full frame, and being capable of 4K 60 non-crop. This camera moving forward will be definitely part of my arsenal, as I one day will definitely go to 4K 60 recording. Right now, nowadays I'm using full HD at 50, so 4K at 50 will be great, and there'll be some time later after I plan out my process workflow. And to what I remember, the R10 here also does 4K 60 but on crop, which is fine because it's already on crop. Then you use a lens, it crops again. After all, this the intention of using the R10 is for B-rolls, which I think the crop will work out just fine. Alright, I'm rambling too much already. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Yeah, goldfries, while not just doing tech, but most likely even more photo and video related content in the near future. That's all for this one. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.